On this channel, YouTube decided to flag a archive of a web page that even as of now still does not show pornography. When I pointed out that it didn't do that, and also that I also included a link that was a broken link that had a link that would go to a page that had a link to go to a porn site as an ad but didn't show pornography, which would make it literally 2 or 3 layers deep. I pointed out that they were wrong, and they very quietly removed the restrictions on this channel. They were not willing to porn flag a video for either me mistyping something or linking to a page that literally does not contain any porn links. The archive itself disables JavaScript and a bunch of other things that would allow it to come up. And no matter what web browser I used, it still didn't show that. But the website itself does, from time to time, show advertisements. And 1 in 50 of them actually shows a link to a porn site. And 1 in 1,000 will show a pornographic image to click. Well, semi-pornographic, mild nudity. So anyway, they very quietly removed the strike, but left a warning. Now it's even redacted the fact of what the warning was about, even though the video's still up. And the funny thing is, I've checked the link today, and even though the archive still goes to the same place, I decided to do another archive, and I also decided to say, okay, see what it looks like in a different browser. It still won't show porn. So it was never a valid complaint. Now, on my other channel, I uploaded a video that used archive today. And the archive led to a Reddit posting on the Delphi murders. And again, on that website, they have in the past, but not in that thread I just finished checking, in the past they have included links that would lead to a porn site, but did not in themselves contain porn. They were clickable text links or an image, and their policy was that you could not use pornographic images on the site because they didn't want to have that interfere with people being able to use the site. You could click it and it would go, go to Pornhub or something. But the link I gave has been around for a fairly long period of time, but never has had a porn link on it. But that's the Reddit posting. Now, I made an archive of it, which means it made a new archive.whatever / and a string of numbers and letters. And I've been obviously much more careful about making sure I cut and paste this without making an error. Now, I uploaded a video discussing the Delphi murders. And the only thing they flagged in the video, because they had to look for something to flag on the other channel, they decided to flag for porn an archive that led to Reddit. But they said the archive link was porn. Okay. Well, number one, the archive itself isn't going to include porn to pay for the website. They aren't doing porn advertisements on an archiving website. They're not doing that. I checked. I also checked all the link throughs from the Reddit posting I linked to. No porn links. Nothing listed to do it. And no JavaScript, because I did a little trick. I installed a Grease Monkey redirect utility that redirects to old Reddit links. The old Reddit, back in the old day, would actually show maybe, again, like I said, some links to stuff, but doesn't anymore. And again, I checked. That one has no history on archives of any kind, including archive.org, of ever having a porn link in it. So I did due diligence after they flagged me for porn again. Now remember, this is on the other channel, and they decided this week's flagging is, spinning the wheel of stupidity, porn links. So I did an archive of a non-pornographic, moderated Reddit page that's never had porn on it. It's never had a complaint about it. You see people in the comment section under a posting complaining about that, if it happened. It contains nothing that even links to another website that might have porn or might have a link to a porn page. I'm looking 4 or 5 layers deep here. but they flagged my other channel, and my other channel I can't post. I also can't take down the video, can't edit any of the links. So, of course, I posted the commentary to them. You know, a little while ago, you guys flagged one of my videos on that channel, by the way, as porn for a URL that was munged. I cut off one of the characters, but even that one didn't show any porn. It wasn't to a porn site. It was to a website that had affiliate links you could click, but you had to click them like 3 times, and one of them ended up going to Pornhub or something like that. But again, it's not a porn site. It doesn't contain porn. It theoretically, 4 or 5 layers deep, I did a link check, did go to a porn site, but you'd have to click like 3 things to get there. So that's really, really out there to say that that website was even porn. And they immediately removed that, and again, without commenting, they removed it. Now, one of the things YouTube and Google have done for a long time is they make sure that even when they're wrong, they leave the warning on your channel permanently. And the bot thinks about that. Now, on that page, I didn't have any flaggings at all. Now it says I have 2. When I look through the listing, it doesn't show that I've been flagged or given a strike for anything. But now it says there's 2 strikes. But the latest strike goes to a Reddit page that doesn't contain any pornographic links. And I included the fact that I can go through and it even after 5 layers, it can't find anything links to any known porn site or any content or even foul language. Are you doing this just because I'm using an archiving page and it's an archive that's too young for you to know? I know the archiver isn't doing any porn links or porn. Is it because that archive looked like another link that did go to a porn page? Is that what this is all about? Or are you hashing these and not realizing that really short URLs can hash like this and be inaccurate as hell? The algorithm is supposed to adjust for, string length. And if it's a short string length, you can get false positives all the damn day long. But now the channel's locked down, and I'm told that if it finds even one more thing to complain about, it'll just delete the channel. Pretty sure that's what they're trying to do. Now, let's review. In every single case, even when I said it's technically possible for you to say it was a legitimate reason to flag me because I cut and pasted a URL and it broke, but even then it really didn't go to a porn page, we have 3 incidents now that I know of where YouTube has decided to declare, for a specific reason this week, or this month, that it's a porn link when it absolutely contains no pornography and doesn't even link to it unless you go through like 5 or 6 layers of clicks to try to find one. So I'm not guilty of trying to send people to a porn page or nudity page. And literally, at worst case, if I look really hard, even the website before that was complained about that technically had a link that went somewhere, the worst it ever had was a risque image of a woman, or what is commonly referred to on YouTube as tasteful nudity of a woman standing there sideways, one of those cheesecake images. That was the worst it ever had. And again, that was even a page that I wasn't linking to on purpose, but was an accident. Didn't have content that would be considered risque. And when I looked it up, had a reputation score that said it was never involved in any of this kind of thing. So 3 times in the last couple of weeks or maybe a month, YouTube has decided to flag my channel for something I didn't do involving pornography, remove the strike, remove the warning, and then put the warning back when they're clearly wrong, when they removed all restrictions and completely ended the 1 week or 2 week timeout period they're doing. They're now doing a 2-week timeout on one of my channels. They're not going to let me post for a link that overtly contains no pornography. So on this channel, I've uploaded that video that they flagged. And I just posted it. And in this case, I've decided to see how many layers deep I have to do to keep them from flagging me. So the first thing is it contains only one link. It's an archive again, but it's an archive that goes to Imgur. And in that Imgur link, it has a picture, just a random picture, and the same content as the description of the video, and then it has links that are archives that go to the other websites, including the one they flagged. Not going to change it. So let's review. A web page with no content was archived. That archive is then a link that's posted on an imager. And then on that imager is an archive. So that's 4 layers deep they'd have to dig to still be wrong. And I guarantee you on my current channel that I'm posting to right now, that has still a warning for something that was never, ever a violation of any rules, that eventually will drop off because they realize they need to get rid of it. It only has a warning. I guarantee you if they flag this video, or the other one, I'm not going to put any links in this one. If they flag it, they're going to have to decide that a warning for something they've acknowledged tacitly, but not overtly, tacitly acknowledged, was never a violation. They would have to decide that's also a flagging now for persistent violations of YouTube policies against, name that, spin the wheel of whatever complaint. Porn flagged for linking to information on the Delphi case that debunked conspiracy theorists. I mean, even Reddit was debunking it. Other people keep grasping at it, but it's debunked. It's never true because no one's ever provided any proof of what they claim. So this video will have nothing in the description, and I'm seriously considering just putting in YouTube bot is flagging people for porn that leads that isn't there, or something like that. Now, I want to point out something here to anybody watching. When you deal with corporations, especially corporations that use automated processes like Google and YouTube's bot routine. By the way, I want to point out that this is the same bot that's supposed to get you accurate information about what you search for, and now is offering to save your passwords for you. It's the same bot. This is a company, Google, that's running YouTube, that only makes money if they're accurate in how their bot works. And it's notorious for getting basic shit wrong, much less complicated stuff that would really require human review. And this is not human review. I used bot routines to scan all the links. All of them. I didn't even just stop at the one they complained about. All of the links. None of them led anywhere suspicious or dangerous. None of them led to pages that even brought up anything questionable. And I had it spider the thing through. And then I had it spider the other stuff. I had to double check these things. Does any of this ever show porn? No. Did the website do it? Yeah, 100 layers deep, maybe. Even the one that was a typo did not lead anywhere like that. This is a company that literally gets paid for accurately running an artificial intelligence machine. So either A, this is deliberately just deciding, yeah, we don't like you, so we're just going to keep slapping you with things we know aren't true. Or they can't write a bot routine as good as some MIT kid who put it out as part of his search engine optimization kit 10 years ago. And I also use the link checker that's used by Network Solutions and a bunch of other websites, even the one that's used by Norton and McAfee. All of them said the same thing. There's nothing suspicious about these links, and even checked to see if there was anything even mildly objectionable, including porn links. Nothing. So their bot routine is either doing this on purpose, it's been told to do it, my channel's been marked for fucking with, which of course makes me sound paranoid, or their bot's broken. Now I want to point out for the last 24 to 48 hours, Google has been undergoing an obvious DDoS attack because sometimes the entire website doesn't load, or YouTube. But I get shit on. And you're supposed to trust them with your passwords and your logins and your credit card details, according to them. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. We are all fucked. I'm not even going to wish anybody luck. The bot's lost its mind.